Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today, calling all fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So anywhere that you may have these signs in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on a fire sign, hello and welcome. We're going to see what the end of the year is going to be like, as we're ending 2025, looking forward to 2026. And my goodness, the start of 2025 seemed like it went really slow, but then this last part, man, it's like it's in a dadgum hurry. So before we get into cards, I will be getting an angel number for you from the spirit board. So all right, Spirit, for our fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, an angel number 271. Okay, angel number 271. And I also encourage you to look this up for yourself, because Spirit may take you somewhere completely different. So the angel number 271 suggests that your positive attitude and beliefs are manifesting your desires, and your guardian angels are urging you to trust the process and the changes happening in your life. It can be a message to have faith in your goals, especially in relationships, and to allow a strong connection to grow and transform. So you're manifesting your desires, you're trusting the journey, you're embracing change, and you have strong connections. Yes, love it. All right, please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else, or for later even. It may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. Please keep in mind, if you are new here, that I have had strokes, so that can really affect my memory. I can struggle to find my words or even get them out. I do get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling and gripping onto things a bit of a challenge for me, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands. Whenever that happens, I tend to drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so I can see them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. The messages get out the way that they are meant to eventually, right? Okay. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, if you would like to purchase something from my wish list, like a card deck or a candle, something for my fur babies, something for my family, or if you would just like to make a donation, that can all be found in that description box down below. So make sure you check that out. All right, fire signs. Let's get some tarot here for you. Let's see what our fire signs need to know. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. Now, the Knight is the slowest moving, the Knight of Pentacles, rather, is the slowest moving of the Knights. But he happens to be my favorite. He's not in a rush. He's slowing down. He's taking his time. He can see you know, problems or enemies coming at him long before they ever make it to him. He doesn't miss anything. So it could be there are messages that are coming in slower, because knights are messengers. You know, you think of pentacles, it's earth. Earth is the power of the physical body, and earth takes its time, and it is not in a rush. You know, the day you plant the seed is not the day you get the fruit or harvest the crop or whatever, get to smell the flowers or whatever the case may be. You have to allow it time, and everything has its own season, you guys. So don't be in too big of a rush. And I know, as I'm a fire sign sun, Leo, so I get it. You know, I'm always rushing and in a hurry, and in doing so, I've made a lot of mistakes. I know, who would have thunk it, right? My whole first marriage is is proof of that, you guys. Only fools rush in, you know, that's a saying for a reason, I feel like. And we also have the Eight of Cups. Now, cups is water. Water is the power of our emotions. So as you can see, she's emerging from this water. Now, the water is cool, it is calm, you know, so steady in her emotions. You know, even though she's got her back to us, you know, she's coming out of this water. You know, I feel like she has gone through a healing journey here, you guys, and now she's ready to keep moving forward. You know, she's letting go of the past. You know, she's not beating herself up anymore over the mistakes she has made or anything like that. And you know, it's okay to still be a little sad that you're having to move on, that you can't stay in your comfort zone forever. And it's being backed up by the Six of Cups here as well. So I mean, you know, passing the baton here, you know, your younger self, you know, and you're having to move forward. You know, you can visit your memories, but you can't stay there, you guys. You know, you have to keep moving forward. And sometimes it's really hard to do that, whether our memories are good, bad, ugly, whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's really hard to get moving forward. You know, sometimes grief just snatches us, you know, like out of the blue. It happened to me the other day at my mama's when we were talking about my grandma, and then I went to the bathroom and I just started crying, because even though she's always with me and always around, she's not physically here where I can hug her and, you know, sit at her feet and listen to her stories and, you know, things like that. So I had a moment, and, you know, she passed away in 2009, and I know in some ways I'm going to grieve her for the rest of my life, but I'm thankful and grateful it's not as bad as like the first couple of years. I was in a really black, bleak period. But, you know, when you lose a soulmate, that tends to happen. We also have the Nine of Wands coming in, so a fire element finally coming in, showing up to the reading. Fire is the power of taking action. That is our element here. So, you know, they're watching, they're waiting to see what happens. And, you know, they look like they're just simply resting, which, you know, if you get a chance to rest, you better take it, right? Because sometimes we are burning the candle at both ends. And, you know, she's looking one way, her lion companion is looking the other. So her back is being watched, you guys. You are being watched. And guided and looked after and looked over. And we also have the Three of Wands. Again, we are sitting on the sidelines here, watching, waiting to see what is going to happen, and which road, which way we're meant to be going here. Sometimes we have to pause and reflect, and then wait for spirit to speak to us, and through our intuition. And we don't always have a crystal ball, right? But we all have inner guidance, inner wisdom, inner truth. And the more you work with it, the stronger that connection gets, the easier it is for you to recognize, oh, okay, well, now I'm ready to go. Let's do the dang thing, right? All right, let's see what our sixth sense wants us to know. Messages from our higher self here for fire signs. All right. Ooh, we have a number 48 journey coming in here. So we are on a journey here, my friends. This journey called life. And we'll keep journeying until we come to the end. The journey back to yourself started a long time ago. You have made self-discoveries along the way, and life will start to get a little easier. Be mindful of the lessons you've learned so you don't repeat mistakes. The wind in your sails. Didn't I talk about making mistakes by rushing in? Right, Spirit. The wind in your sails is picking up, and smooth sailing is on the horizon. Your life is a journey, and it's important to make time to enjoy the trip. A vacation across the water will be a fun-filled adventure. Now, it doesn't mean it's an ocean, you guys. It could be a river, a stream, a pond, a lake, even just a tiny bowl of water or something, The affirmation: I am a divine being having a human experience filled with adventures. Oh, I love that. Some good crystals to use while you meditate or manifest are clear quartz, moonstone, labradorite, and numamite. It's Nuummite. I probably butchered that, but I spelled it out for you. Okay, I am a divine being having a human experience filled with adventures. I love that. All right, we're going to get an Angel Answers Oracle. So this is just a way for your guides and your angels. Maybe you have questions. This is a way they can get an answer or a message to you of some kind here. A year from now. So, we're ending 2025, about to begin 2026. So a year from now would be the end of 2026, about to start 2027. So whatever it is you are asking about, thinking about, especially if it has any timing, like I said, you got the Knight of Pentacles, and that is very, year, right? Year or years it can take. So don't let that discourage you. All right, we're going to get a message from the moon. The moon is all about changes in our lives. The moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get a message from Mama Moon, the queen of the moon even. Let's see what else our fire signs need to know here. All right. playing with fire. All right, we have a number 24, waning crescent 1 for protection. And I know that one can be a little hard to see because it is so dark. But we have stars, we have a little like hangnail moon, and a bird carrying a human in its little nesty nest there. So, feeling like you're being cocooned and taken care of, you know, your higher power, however you describe this, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself and trust in the higher power, your guides, your angels, the universe, and the affirmation, I am loved and protected. Companion stone or metal is black tourmaline. I am loved and protected from any and all harm. Nothing is allowed to attach or harm me in any way, shape, or form because I am blessed and I am protected. All right, let's get some fortune cookies here for you, fire signs. Let's see what else you need to know here for fire signs. All right, flyers. So we had a couple fly out. Oh my gosh, I cannot make this up. Your first one is intuition. We literally talked about it. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Invest in yourself, you guys, no matter how big or small. We also have wisdom. To focus on the past, okay, you know, is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on, or from someone that has experience in what you're going through. Commitment. Oh, okay. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. For some of you, it could very well be both. Maybe you're mixing business and pleasure, right? I mean, there are so many of us, so the possibilities are literally endless here, you guys. So, all right, fire signs, I hope you enjoyed these messages here. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. Hit it with the razzle dazzle. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with all of you. It really does bring a lot of joy into my life. You know, you are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I am so very grateful and thankful for each and every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. I love and appreciate you guys so much, and I want to say thank you. Blessed be. Namaste and goodbye.